All right, everyone. We wanted to do another extra takes of Great Take or Let's Debate, but not with me. I'm not the one providing the hot takes. Both Omar and Renzen have two hot takes that they want to let the group decide if it's a great take or if they want to debate it. So we're going to go Omar Renzen, then Omar Renzen. So Omar, take it away.
All right. So this is my take. I say that the Alex Lifeson's most underrated guitar solo is the guitar solo on Subdivisions.
Okay.
So, Renzen, you're up. You're up.
Okay, so I would say I think I agree. I think it's a great take. There's a lot on that on the guitar solo that I think is so cool. That I didn't even think about that one. That's a good one there, Omar. I like that one.
So it sounds like a great take.
Yeah, it's a great take.
Mario.
That's a great take.
All right.
I like it.
Mr. Paul.
Gosh, if we're looking for debate, I can't find one. That's a pretty good take. I'll give that to you. That's a great take.
Cool.
Oh.
Ralph. It's my middle name, by the way. every time someone says Ralph, I kind of gotta stop myself.
Interesting. Yeah, great take. I can't think of another one that would be more underrated.
Nice.
Great take.
Todd.
Great take. I was trying to think of another one and I couldn't think of one, so you must have it.
All right. And last but not least, Ryan.
All right. Well, I'll debate it because while it is underrated and it is, kind of forgotten about in terms of the classic licensed solos. The solo or a solo that I absolutely adore that I think is massively underrated is that in the Larger Bowl. It's a very acoustic heavy song, but then Alex comes out with the electric guitar. Well, it's acoustic at the beginning, but then full-fledged electric guitar solo. And I think it's a masterful guitar solo that is often forgotten about because of the whole structure of the song, a pantoum and the way that that's written, and B, because it's just on Snakes and Arrows, which is often a forgotten about record. So I think the most underrated solo is that of the Large Bowl. Although Subdivisions, I get it. It's underrated of the hits. It's an underrated solo of all the hit solos, if that makes any sense.
Well, I mean, you can be wrong if you want.
Well, I do want to be wrong. Yes.
Yes. I think that Larger Bowl solo fits more with the other take you had about fitting the song. I think that's one that really fits the Larger Bowl exceedingly well. The way he, I think it's kind of like an outro in a way. It feels like an outro solo.
Yeah, sure.
But really good. But I think the reason I picked Subdivisions is because it's a sparse solo. I mean, every note is meticulous.
Yeah.
In the solo, okay. And and people don't think about that solo. I never hear it talked about, but it's a masterful solo because of how little he plays, and it fills all that space. So, and then at the end when he goes, when he finishes it up. So.
Well, if you're talking about outro solos, you can throw in Mission and different strings in there too, right?
Like, for sure. All right. Well, Renzen, you got the floor. You got to call on people too. Just FYI.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that. My first hot take is I think the synth era gets too much hate in the Rush documentary. Beyond the lighted stage. I think the amount of people that roasted on it, I think was like, no, it is not a one to be gawked at. I think overall it's a great era that doesn't need to be thrown into a bad experiment on Rush's end. Omar.
I say great take.
All right. And then we got Mario. Oh no, Mario.
What is it?
Oh, what was that?
What is it?
I guess you didn't hear his question. He missed the question. Oh, he missed the question. You got to repeat it to him.
Okay, so my take is the synth era gets too much hate in the Rush documentary Beyond the Lighted Stage. I think the amount of musicians that roasted on it, and even Rush themselves kind of saying, yeah, we kind of went off the deep end on that one. I think it's a great era that I think Rush and their fans need to embrace a bit more.
I haven't seen that documentary in a very long time, so I really can't give a honest opinion about it. So I'm just going to say great take just for the sake of it.
Got it.
I have no bias. I have no context.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Paul.
I'd say it's a great take.
Great. Ralph.
Yeah, my Rush fandom was born in 1983, so great take. I think that was great.
All right, and Ryan.
You skipped Todd.
Oh, you skipped me.
Oh, did.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
All I'm going to say is that's the greatest Rush take of all time. I was deeply disappointed in that part of the documentary.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a weird approach to this. The synth era is probably my favorite era. I'm gonna say let's debate, only because while I think you have to think from a context perspective of who the folks are that were being interviewed in that documentary, right? You had, I think Billy Corgan was in it, right? Gene Simmons was in it. There's a lot of musicians in that probably have no freaking clue what a synthesizer even is. So there's they're probably against it from that perspective, and really nobody holds a candle to Rush, right? So I think, like, while it gets unwanted hate, I think it's the hate that it's getting is warranted because of the people who are providing the hate, other than Donna Helper, obviously, who is in the documentary, who is the best. But that's my opinion on it.
Got it. All right. Omar, it's you.
Omar's turn.
Okay. So here's my second take. The album cover of 2112 is more iconic than the album cover of Moving Pictures.
You know what? I'm sticking with my guts, man.
I know you were gonna say that.
Come back, baby. Come back. Let's debate. Honestly, I'm gonna take your hot take and follow it up with my hot take. I think 2112 is the worst album cover in the Rush discography.
Whoa!
No. We can't. One hot take at a time.
In the whole
One hot take at a
discography.
time.
In the whole discography.
I like the rest of Steel's album cover better than Rush's.
Well, I didn't. I said no. Well, the question is, it's more iconic.
Iconic?
Yeah, I'm talking about iconic.
Like I would still say Moving Pictures is way more iconic than 2112.
Okay.
Although I will say the Starman is not on the album cover. It's not on the album cover though, but it's the most iconic logo of Rush. So I don't know. I'll put an asterisk by mine.
Okay, go ahead, Mario.
I'm gonna debate because I think Moving Pictures is the more iconic album than 2112, and the Starman is in the Moving Pictures cover.
Wait, so you're saying the album cover is more iconic?
The album cover.
I'm just talking about the album cover.
The album cover is more iconic than the 2112 album cover.
Okay.
Did you not know the Starman was in the Moving Pictures cover?
I know it was there.
Did Renzen know? Did Renzen know?
I did know, yes.
Okay.
So, Paul, what do you think?
You're telling me that the Starman is not relevant? I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I'm just saying that.
What I'm saying is,
I
mean, they're both iconic album covers, like recognizable to Rush fans. 21. Okay, so I'll debate. I've got a bunch of Rush tattoos, and if there's one I will not get is the Rush Starman, because everyone has it. That's the one I refuse to get.
Pretty iconic, right?
Right.
Because it's iconic, but I want to be different, right? So that's just, gosh. But the Starman itself is not on the cover.
No.
Yeah.
I recognize that. I give that.
Great take.
I'll. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. Moving pictures.
Okay.
But you know what? Morse 2112 is the album that really kind of brought them to the mainstream. So it's really hard to it's hard to argue. It's I'll give you that. But
Okay. So Ralph,
Great
think?
he's got
take.
the album. There you go.
yes, the
And
two
most
Ralphs
iconic
coming
back
through.
cover.
Yeah, well,
And back.
yeah, that's
Oh
That's another
gosh, the
story there.
kimonos. Ooh.
Yep.
and okay, Todd.
I'm gonna say great take. I almost debated, but whenever somebody makes like a Rush meme, like there's that one where Charlie Brown's taking his records out and he says, "Oh, it's time for some Rush or whatever." 2112 is what they use.
Yeah.
So if you're only arguing, I think Moving Pictures is better, but if you're arguing iconic, it's 2112.
Very good. And Ryan, what do you think? Oh, I made you think. Haha. I can see it already.
Iconic, very famous or popular, especially being considered to represent particular opinions or a particular time.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to say, let's debate, only because I think they're parallels.
Yeah.
I don't think one is more iconic than the other. I think they're both the two most iconic Rush albums. Now, granted, I think there's plenty more album covers better than 2112. I don't think 20.
Yeah,
I won't go to as far as say it's the worst.
I'm talking
But,
iconic. Yep.
You're talking iconic, yeah. So I think they're parallels. I think I'm debating it because I think they're equals.
Yeah. That's a good. I'm gonna agree with you because that's kind of what I think. Ultimately.
Just realized
Um,
I'm wearing the Moving Pictures 40th anniversary shirt.
There you go.
Ralph's killing it today.
Ralph came prepared.
All right, so I'm gonna hand it over to Renzen for the final.
So I originally had a different take, but I saw how it got a rise out of everyone. So I'm gonna say it.
Oh,
2112 is the worst album cover in Rush's discography.
Oh, Jesus, are you serious? Oh,
Yes,
geez.
Omar.
The worst.
I know you're saying.
I'm gonna say let's debate the worst. I'm gonna make it easy for myself. The debut album is the worst cover.
Well, what?
All right.
What's
Mario.
Even though it's the Rush logo, basically.
Yeah, it was boring. I like the Rush logo. I use it in my All About Rush thing. That's the logo I use. It's not my favorite logo. I gotta talk with you guys, see if I can extract another one. But yeah, I think the Rush debut album is the most boring, the worst cover.
All right, Mario.
The Rush album cover is the least iconic album cover. The first one.
Really? Okay.
Agrees with me.
There's nothing on it. It's just the word Rush.
I don't know. I think it captures the album's vibe perfectly. It's an explosion, man. Just
Right.
big. Who are we? Fucking Rush.
You
Oh,
know,
my bad.
just on a side note, if anyone's seen the new Stranger Things yet, the first Rush album
is,
cover is in one of the background scenes. I don't know if any of you saw that. Ryan, I think you're shaking your head. You saw that, right?
I don't watch the show, but I saw that. Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. All right. So, Paul.
I mean, I'll debate. I mean, Hold Your Fire's up there. Just 3 red circles. You know,
I was thinking that one too.
I get it. It's simplistic, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's my debate. I've got the Rush logo tattooed twice on me, so I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, the Rush logo is the Rush logo. I'll put Hold Your Fire before the Rush, the Rush debut album.
I don't know, man. I think there's better typefaces to use than just Calderon. Like that's the font you go.
Should have
with.
told me that before I got it tattooed on me. Shit.
Yeah, that 2112. 2112 is just a generic font that's used all over buildings and everything else to mailboxes. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Ralph.
Let's debate.
Yeah,
Snakes and Arrows is the worst Rush album cover. It is the least Rush
Bingo.
album. Like, it has no significance to Rush. It's got the Snakes and Arrows game, but yeah, it's boring and I don't get it.
Okay, but like, there's just a red star that's on the album cover. I mean,
It's held high in hand.
Yeah, it's floating high in water.
I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, and Todd.
Let's debate. It's Caress of Steel. Sorry.
Hmm.
Blasphemy. What?
Love Caress of Steel.
Yeah, I don't like the color.
There's more that's going on in the Crest of Steel album cover than there is on the 2112 album cover. I mean, like, you have to like look at what's going on with Crest of Steel. Like, oh, what's this? Oh, there's a snake. There's a pyramid. What's this? There's a story behind it. What are you getting out of 2112 that you're not getting out of Crest of Steel?
The pentagram.
I just like it better. I don't really have a strong argument for this. It's just Caress of Steel is my least favorite.
The pentagram in 1976 was like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? You know.
Yes.
All right, Ryan, let's debate.
So- you took the words right out of my mouth. I second what Ralph said. I have a question for you though. Why? And here I come bearing props. Why do you? It sounds like you think 2112 is the worst because of its simplicity. You're arguing, oh, it just has a red star. Oh, it has basic font. Like my counter argument to that, no pun intended, is Counterparts. Okay, that is a fantastic album cover, and similar to Hold Your Fire, it's like
simplistic.
very simple, but they're both good album covers. They're both better than this, and I love Snakes and Arrows, but this record album artwork is, I mean, like, Hugh Syme didn't even do this. There were 3 records that Hugh Syme didn't do cover wise.
Yeah.
The debut
Well, yeah.
album, Fly By Night, and this, because this album artwork was pulled from Neil, and Neil kind of overrode Hugh Syme and said that I want this on the cover, period. And Hugh got the internal artwork and the back cover and all that. I mean, like, this would have been a better cover. I mean, that would have made it one of the coolest covers, or the interior artwork with the baby and the carriage and all that, or like with Hold Your Fire, I guess, the juggler, that would have made a much better album cover. And I'm kind of going on a little bit of a rant here, but this album cover sucks. Like, I mean, okay, it's purple and orange and then like bright purple or whatever. I'm kind of colorblind, but I mean, like, it's vibrant, I guess, sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good in that case. And I'm thinking in terms of just the story behind it too. It's like,
it doesn't jump out as a Rush album.
It doesn't.
You know what? But here's the thing. Like, I look at Snakes and Arrows, I look at that album cover, and it provokes something within me, like, of making me curious about what this is, way more than like Rush 2112 red star black background. I mean, in terms of simplicity, I mean, even in its
space.
What was that?
Not black, stars back there.
There's star. Oh, okay. All right. There's stars. All right. Cool. I don't know. It's there. If it wasn't such an iconic album, the music wise, I don't think anyone would really think twice about that album cover. Like,
you
I
said,
think if
yeah, but why is it bad? Because it's simple, though. You didn't answer.
It's just there's really nothing for me to look at it like, wow, I really want to listen to this album. Like, there's like, when I look at it, it's just, it doesn't really have much. I don't know. With Counterparts, at least the nut and bolt is like, huh, I look at 2112, just doesn't do much for me.
You just said nothing.
Actually-
Oh, the nut and
Actually,
bolt.
actually, when I saw
Yeah.
the album
Why?
cover,
Why? Tell me why.
when I first saw the album cover of 2112, I was like, "What's this about?" I actually wanted me to see what's the deal with this, because I know that there's
Yeah.
if you turn the star a different way, it has a completely different meaning, in a bad religious way. So like this star is like right, in the right orientations. Like, what makes this different than that? So
Yeah.
it made me actually find out and find
And
out
what's 2112? Is that significant of a year, like, or not, or you know what I mean? Like,
So in my case, it made me curious. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
all right. Well, Renzen, you said you had one other take. Why don't you give it? Why don't you tell us? You said you had one other take that you pivoted off of.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say Caravan is the best album opener.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Jeez.
All right, Omar.
Best album opener. I'm gonna say Let's Debate. I'm gonna say Tom Sawyer is a better album opener.
I mean, it's their best. I mean, it's their most iconic song.
Yeah, no, and
but, like,
I don't mean it because it's iconic. I just think it's a better opener. It just is. I like Caravan. I actually think Hemisphere's Prelude is also a better album opener than Caravan.
I agree on that one.
Well, now the thing is with Caravan, since Clockwork Angels is a concept album and it has a story to tell, there's no other there's really no other better way to open the concept than with Caravan. You get the story, you get this crazy eerie intro, and then let's be honest, the first hit off of Caravan, like if that doesn't make you want to like just bang your head against the wall, just like out of like sheer aggression, you're not alive, like. And then it goes into some funny Red Hot Chili Peppers breakdown, and then that's.
I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, it's a good album opener. Caravan is. It's just not. I don't think it's the best one.
Okay, all right, Mario. You kind of like show your hand, but let's go.
So can you just repeat the take? For those?
Caravan is the best album opener.
I disagree. Let's debate.
Yeah. Let's debate.
I defer. Caravan is a good one, but I don't think it's personally the best. Dreamline, I think it is always a good album opener. I will continue to shut up, Ryan. I will continue to defend that. The Dreamline is a great album opener. Sets the tone. I also like to think Test for Echo was a good opener, not the best opener, but there's something about title tracks being the first song of an album for me. I don't know what it is.
All right.
Hemisphere's Prelude is also a good one.
Here's the thing. I think I've told my friends who are in a Rush tribute band that they can do a whole set list of just all the openers of all the opening songs off every album, and that'll be a kick-ass set list. But I think Caravan is just that's what I would open with. It's so eerie. Like it starts the album off in a crazy cool way. All right, let's go with Paul.
So, as much as I'm going to debate, as much as I love Caravan, it's a great. You're putting it up against Far Cry, One Little Victory. Let's go back to Test for Echo, Animate, which we debated earlier.
Yeah.
Dreamline. And I mean, we're going Show Don't Tell, Force 10, Big Money, Distant Early Warning, Subdivision. I'm sorry, dude. Like, it's a great song, but you're putting it up against some great early
Heavy hitters.
Some heavy hitters. Spirit of Radio, Tom Sawyer,
Mm-hmm.
like Hemispheres, 2112. I'm sorry, like you're losing. Like, period. You're losing.
Bastille Day. Oh wait, I don't know.
Bastille Day. I mean, there's so many iconic album openers. I love Caravan. Do not get me wrong, but I cannot say that it's the best album opener of all 19 albums.
I don't know. There's something about that production.
I love it. I love the song.
Caravan.
Do not get me wrong. It's just that intro, like that eerie intro, and then it just gets you right into it.
Yeah.
Is it the best of all 19 albums? No.
Okay. All right, Ralph. Let's debate.
That's right. So I agree with you. I have a playlist of just their opening songs. You know, they're all amazing. And maybe it's just a personal feeling, but for me, One Little Victory is best opener. And maybe it's just because it's their not comeback, but you know, we weren't sure if they're coming back, and just Neil just pounding out that drum beat, whatever that, I don't know what he's doing, but that's gotta be.
Yeah, I consider that a comeback.
Yeah.
The drum intro on One Little Victory is pretty iconic, especially when you pair it with the footage of them playing in Rio. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Just I'm already in it. I'm already in it with Caravan. Like I'm already sucked in.
We're gonna live and die with Caravan.
Right. It's more that the just right into it. You know, Caravan's got a, you know, the eerie build up, which, like, you know, was great, but for me, Little Victory, it's like they just set the tone first beat.
Yeah. All right, Todd.
All right, let's debate. I think Caravan is a top 5 opening track, but I think Spirit of Radio, Tom Sawyer, Big Money, and Show Don't Tell are all better.
You know what, man? Like, I kind of
5's
like,
not too shabby.
Renzen is falling.
You know what? You brought the Big Money, and oh man, the Big Money is really good. I do like Big Money. Oh man, okay.
This whole segment's
Ryan.
gonna be cut out.
Just call this video Renzen losing.
Dude, I'm gonna say great take.
Oh!
I'm happy I was last, because I had to really think about this, and I put myself on mute and I'm playing all these songs, and I'm thinking to myself, I feel that, and I'm thinking Anthem, what a hard hitting song, and Bastille Day, what a hard hitting opener, and the Big Money, like, too. And now I know in the last episode that I hosted, I said, or you know, earlier, I said the Spirit of Radio is the ultimate Rush concert opener. I stick to that. That is very close in terms of. Now I know I'm supposed to just say great take, but I have to explain this.
Yeah, please do.
Spirit of Radio is up there. I personally think that, album openers that start off, you know, fairly quiet and progressively build are better than the ones that are just boom in your face. Far Cry, Anthem, Bastille Day. You know, so songs like Tom Sawyer or Subdivisions or 2112, I think they're better openers than the ones that are just boom, smack you in the face. So Caravan has a little bit of both. It's the you know, the very slow kind of intro, it kind of builds up, and then it smacks you in the face. So it's got a little bit of both. And
kind of like 2112.
Yeah, I think that's up there. That's my point. I do think, but where else on the album are you going to put Caravan? Thematically, it has to go first. Anything else? I mean, could you have opened 2112 with a Passage to Bangkok and put 2112 at the very bottom on side 2? Why not? They did it with Hemispheres.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
They did it with Hemispheres. I mean, I'm not suggesting you do that, but I'm saying you could. You can't really put Caravan last. You can't put Caravan anywhere else because it feeds into the story. So I think because of the concept album and because of everything I just said, great take.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm glad to.
Well,
that was a very good.
It's a pretty solid take. It's, but yeah,
totally redeemed Renzen.
I think it's. I do think it's a great take. We can wrap there, but yeah, folks that are watching, let us know what you think of Omar and Renzen's takes here on episode 133, the extra takes, and we'll see you next week on Rush Roundtable. Take care, everybody.